Hey folks, Jim Thomas here, Fitness Management and Consulting, and welcome to our channel today. I appreciate y'all being here. And if you're new to the channel, if you're finding us that very first time, welcome. It's great to have you. And our topic for everyone today, it's how to get out of a gym sales slump. Here's 9 things you probably haven't tried. So how to get out of a gym sales slump, 9 things you probably haven't tried. Now, before we get into our topic here today, a quick reminder to all, my focus, my mission here in the channel is I want to be able to provide as much information as I can to as many people as I can, across the globe. And the best way I can do that is when you choose to subscribe to the channel, when you choose to hit that like button, you choose to offer comments, which we appreciate, and then when you choose to share the information. So if you have not yet done so, please hit that subscribe button. We appreciate that. And then to learn more about me, learn more about my company and how we can help take your business to that next level, and additional ways you can choose to support the channel, check out those links below. And then as a quick reminder to all, if you're looking to open a new gym, if you have an existing gym, you need to expand, you need money for equipment, money for marketing, money for staffing, we can help you with funding and financing. Check out the links below under that title, Financing and Funding. We have several different ways that we can help, whether it be with personal loans, whether it be with business loans, whether it be with factoring programs if you're in a little bit of a tighter spot. So we're going to have something for most everyone. And when you look at that, the most popular one I think is for the new club startups. And the reason this is nice, it's a personal loan. You can get up to $400,000 in funding, with a minimum credit score of 680 or better in each credit bureau, and then with a minimum income of $50,000 per year each of the 2 previous years. It's a great way to get started, and even if you don't need the money right now, it's a great way to have that on reserve in case there's a hiccup or in case there's an opportunity that presents itself in the coming months. So take a look at that. Happy to help you. And with that said, let's get into our topic here today. How to get out of a gym sales slump. 9 things you probably haven't thought of. And so number 1 on my list is get in the right frame of mind. Okay? Get in the right frame of mind. Here's what I mean. Okay? When we get into a sales slump, we usually start thinking the worst case scenario. Oh, they're not going to be interested. They're going to want to try it out. They're going to want to talk to somebody. When I talk about getting in the right frame of mind, here's what I want to suggest for you. Treat everybody like a buyer. Every person you talk to, whether it's you're out prospecting, whether you're on the phone, whether you're in person with them, treat them like a buyer. They're worth $1 million and they're interested. Treat them like that, okay? And watch how they start to change. So get in that right mindset. Treat everybody like a buyer. Number 2, analyze your process, okay? What is your sales process? What does this look like? And you can search the channel, for some additional information, additional videos on this. But, what is your sales process? Make sure you analyze this. Are we following it properly? Because what starts to happen sometimes is we start getting a little bit off course, okay? And you want to make sure, we're greeting them. We got the evaluation, we got the tour, the analysis, the price presentation. And there's components of all of that that make this work. Okay, this doesn't happen by accident. Our job is to make this important to somebody. Our job is to solve problems for them, and using that process will make it easier for you. And for you, you want to memorize the process. Okay, you want to commit it to memory. And the reason you commit anything to memory is so now that you're free to be yourself. Okay, so really analyze that process. And I can give you a lot of success stories over the years. With a good process. It's easy as a manager to get things back on track. If I'm training a salesperson, it's easy to get them back on track. So make sure you've got that right process. Make sure you've analyzed it correctly. Number 3, you want to build yourself a daily action plan. Now, certainly you want to have a monthly plan of action, weekly plan of actions for closeouts, whatever you're doing, but have a daily action plan. And again, you can search the channel here on other information on how to develop that daily action plan. But for example, how many leads do you plan on collecting today? What's the goal? What's the plan? How many outbound calls are you going to make? How many of those folks you're going to contact? How many appointments are you going to get? How many appointments are going to show? How many appointments are going to convert? Daily action plan. Okay, get an action plan together. What kind of marketing and prospecting are you doing? What are you doing to keep that pipeline full? Because sometimes on this, a little bit you can outrun it if you're in a slump. Just talk to more people. Okay, even if your conversion rate is lower, just talk to more folks, and sometimes that can do it for you. Number 4 on my list of how to get out of a gym sales slump is learn the power of consistency. Just the things I've talked about already. Treat everybody like a buyer. Analyze your process. Have a daily action plan. Just using those. Okay, do them day in, day out, without fail. Because when you don't do those, that's the one time I can absolutely 100% guarantee you what's going to happen. You're not going to get the results you want. Okay, as I like to tell folks sometimes, the fish just won't jump in the boat. Okay, so we want to make sure we learn the power of consistency. Stay at it. Consistency. Be persistent. Don't give up on this. Okay, number 5, and this was a big one. This is a habit that a lot of folks get into if we're not careful. But shift your gears from closing deals to helping people. Okay, shift your focus from closing deals, to helping people. If you're focused closing deals, that can be tough. Okay, focus on helping people, because here's the thing: we want to solve problems for folks. If we're back here, if we're following the process, okay, we're doing the steps we're supposed to, and we're focused on helping people, I can promise you're going to have success. Okay, it's pretty basic. Okay, but when we focus on closing deals, now it's all about me. It needs to be about the customer. Help them solve their problem, because now when value exceeds price, people will buy. Okay, so focus on helping people solve the problem. Now, you have to know what that problem is. You have to make sure you're using a needs analysis. What kind of goals do you have? Why are those goals important? And again, you can search the channel, for additional information on how to use a needs analysis. Number 6 on my list: surround yourself with people who motivate you. Surround yourself with people who motivate you. And here's kind of in the bigger picture of things on this, is we want to associate with folks that believe in us, that support us, that back us. Okay, those are the folks that are going to motivate you. If you're associating with the naysayers, with the folks that don't want to go to work, with the folks that have bad attitudes, I mean, what's the old adage that you're going to become the average of the 5 people you associate with the most? Think about it right now. Think about the 5 people you associate with the most. Do you want to become the average of those 5? One of the great things you can do, go out and join a networking group. Go find a local networking group for entrepreneurs or business people or salespeople or any kind of high achiever. Start hanging out with those folks. They don't have to be in your industry. This is about mindset, okay? And hanging around that kind of folks. Number 7, and we're talking about how to get out of a gym sales slump. Go back to what you do best. Go back to what you do best. What is it you do best? Could be follow-up. It could be getting referrals. I know I had a person who worked for me. She was fantastic at getting out passes and getting referrals and getting appointments. That's what she did best. She was not what you would call a closer. That wasn't her thing. Even though she would on a regular basis lead our company in new membership signups, but closing sales wasn't her thing. Her thing was interacting with the folks, getting referrals, people coming in. They liked her, they wanted to see her. Go back to what you do best. What is your real strength at this? Don't lose sight of that, because sometimes one of the mistakes we make is we try to be who we're not. Okay, so go back to what you do best. Number 8, reach out to your favorite members. Reach out to your best members. And this is actually one of the things that we suggest when folks are in a slump. One of the first things I would do is every morning I'm going to do follow-up. And who am I going to call? I'm going to call our best members. I'm going to call the people that believe in me, that support me, that stand beside me. Okay? I want to put myself in a positive situation. From a managerial standpoint, okay, we want to create an atmosphere that allows a motivated person to act. And so as a manager, that's what I want to do. But as an individual, I want to put myself in those same situations. So, follow up, talk to, your favorite members, your best members. Do everything we've talked about here. Follow the process. You might have a personal training special. You might have a referral opportunity for them. There could be a lot of things in there. And then number 9 on my list is recognize when it's time to ask for help. Recognize when it's time to ask for help. And maybe you could use this channel. We have numerous how-to videos here. This can be an enormous help to you. But know when it's time to ask for help. Don't just keep doing what you're doing and not getting the results. I recall, and I know I've shared this before, but when I was very first doing this and struggled a lot, and I'd made the comment that I was tired of being dead last out of 4 clubs. I really wanted to do better. And someone said, Jim, are you serious about that? And I said, yeah. And they just tossed over a 3-ring binder. It was about 1.5 inches thick. And I said, here, just go memorize this. You'll be fine. And so I did. I literally memorized it. And I was fine. I mean, it was just, the sky was the limit after that. Because now I knew what to say, how to say it. You couldn't stump me. And, I had success. And one of the things, if you do these things, the thing you want to remember, your customers, they're all coming to you. They're all interested. Everybody wants to look better and feel better, live longer. What we have to do is create certainty. We have to make it important to them. Okay, we have to show them how we can solve their problem. So let's make sure the accountability stays on us. So 9 tips on how to get out of a gym sales slump, some things you probably haven't thought of. Take a look at these. See if they can take you to a whole new level. And I would encourage you to kind of go back and review this on a regular basis, because I know in the past, for myself in sales, I'd go back and reread that information, and lo and behold, I was leaving something out. And I start putting that back in, and boy, I got that much better again. So take a look at that. So folks, I appreciate you being here today. And again, as a reminder, my focus, my mission here in the channel is I want to be able to provide as much information as I can to as many folks as I can, across the globe. And the best way I can do that is when you choose to subscribe to the channel, and you choose to like the videos, you choose to offer comments, which we appreciate, and when you choose to share the information. So if you've not yet done so, please hit that subscribe button. We appreciate that. And then to learn more about me, my company, and how we can help take your business to that next level, check out those links below. In addition to that, you can check out links on how you can choose to support the channel. And then as a final reminder, for you folks that are looking to open up a new facility, you're looking to expand an existing facility with more marketing, more equipment, more staff, check out our financing and funding links below. We can help with financing and funding for personal loans, for business loans, for factoring programs, and for you folks that are just getting started, don't really have the business to get the business funding, we can get a personal loan done for you for up to $400,000. In funding with minimum credit scores of 680 in all 3 bureaus and a minimum $50,000 income each of the 2 previous years. So check that out. Look forward to seeing you over there on the channel, and we'll talk to you soon and see you on that next video.